Prosecutors may seek to disqualify Patrick Fitzgerald from James Comey's case. Federal prosecutors have filed a motion that could strip Patrick Fitzgerald, the lead attorney for former FBI Director James Comey, of his role in the false statements case against the former director. The filing, presented to U.S. District Judge Michael Nachmanoff, argues that Fitzgerald's alleged coordination with the media after Comey's 2017 dismissal by President Donald Trump raises a potential conflict of interest and grounds for disqualification. Comey, who entered a not guilty plea earlier this month to charges of false statements and obstruction tied to his 2020 Senate Judiciary Committee testimony, maintains that the prosecution is part of a broader political retaliation campaign by Trump. Vice President J.D. Vance has emphasized that any legal action should be driven by law, not politics. Prosecutors contend that Fitzgerald acted as an intermediary, improperly sharing classified memos that detailed Comey's interactions with Trump. However, the Department of Justice's Inspector General found no evidence that either Comey or his lawyers leaked classified material to the press. Comey's defense team rebutted the disqualification request, stating there is no good faith basis to accuse either the former director or his counsel of criminal conduct. They further warned that the government's push to expedite a privileged communication review could violate attorney-client privilege. The move to remove Fitzgerald is notable because he is a longtime confidant of Comey and a former high-ranking DOJ official. Fitzgerald has signaled plans to challenge the appointment of Lindsay Halligan, the Trump-selected U.S. attorney who recently sought Comey's indictment, arguing her appointment was unlawful. The grand jury ultimately added Comey onto the weekend's voting on his testimony about the FBI's investigation and alleged leaks to the media. Fitzgerald is also expected to argue that the case is vindictive, driven by Trump's public calls for Comey's incarceration. While legal scholars stress the high threshold for overturning a prosecution on malicious prosecution grounds, Comey's situation could become a landmark test, given Trump's earlier removal of a senior prosecutor who opposed the charges and his repeated demands for aggressive action against political opponents.